Hey everyone, and welcome back to another weekly news roundup brought to you by SkillCapped. This past week, we received patch 1.06, and with it came a ton of new data mined information, along with a new weapon skin bundle. My name's Modix, and today I will be covering all the new info that we received. But before we get into that, if you want to stay up to date with all the Valorant news, then be sure to subscribe with notifications on, because every Sunday we release a weekly news video where we go in depth with every single bit of news that happened during the previous week. So if you want to stay in the loop, then be sure to have those notifications on. So kicking things off this week, let's talk about the brand new skin bundle that was introduced to Valorant. On August 21st, the Nebula bundle entered the shop, and here's what the bundle looks like. As you saw, the bundle includes a Sheriff, Ares, Phantom, Guardian, and a Melee skin. It's really nice to see more Phantom skins being added into the game because the community was not too happy during Act 1 with all the Vandal skins. This might mean that with every act, the devs changed their target weapon. Act 1 mainly focused on Vandal skins, but now in Act 2, we are receiving a majority of Phantom skins. We'll be able to see what the developers want to do when Act 3 comes, but this could be a pretty good possibility. A really important part about every skin bundle that we cover is the price. This skin collection is considered premium tier, so that means that each weapon skin will cost you 1,775 VP. The knife, on the other hand, will cost you 3,550 VP. Keep in mind that if you are able to purchase the whole bundle, you'll get that knife for free, and the whole bundle altogether is going to cost you 7,100 VP. So what are your thoughts on the Nebula skin bundle? Do you plan on buying them before you play your next game? Go ahead and let us know in the comments of this video. Now moving right along, we need to talk about 4 strings of code that were recently changed with the patch 1.06 update. Starting us out, we have updated remake strings. If you haven't heard already, remaking lobbies is going to be one of the next game features coming to Valorant, and it will allow players to cancel a match if a person goes AFK at the beginning of the game. This feature is not available for 5-man stacks. This will hopefully help a few of you that are constantly down numbers going into games due to players disconnecting. The next set of code that was recently added had to do with a streamer mode. Yes, you heard me right, Valorant will now finally have a streamer mode. Here's what the code has to say. Privacy anonymized self. Hide my name from the players outside my party. Privacy anonymized match-made players. Use generic names for players outside my party. This is going to really help those streamers that are tired of stream snipers, and personally, I can't wait to see what the developers add next to further fix the problem. Not straying away from streamers' problems, our next set of strings are now allowing players to auto-decline friend requests. Here's a quick look at what the string said. So it seems as though the friend requests get hidden, but you're still able to sort through them if you want to add another player. This new feature should really help streamers that are constantly getting friend requests, and overall, I think that it was a great addition to the game. Now our final set of strings are going to help those of you stuck in a region you don't want to be in. Currently, Valorant only allows North American players to play with other North American players, and the same goes with Europe. There isn't any crossplay between regions because the developers want to keep the competitive integrity that they promise, and as you can believe, there would be crazy lag breaking their promises if crossplay was enabled. Well, the devs finally caved in and are now allowing you to be able to transfer your account to another region. Now this feature isn't in the game just yet because they're still working on it, but it should be coming very soon. I'm not too sure on how many times you're able to switch back and forth between regions, so keep that in mind before you automatically switch once the new feature goes live. So that's all we have regarding the code of the game, but luckily we have a few more topics to talk about. One of these is a new game mode in the works. Now keep in mind, we just received Deathmatch, but now a new game mode is currently in development. This new mode is titled Alt 5. Right now, the devs are testing orbs, smokes, and a bunch of particle effects such as Raze's rocket. One weird feature that is also in development is a new minimap. I don't know what this means for the game mode, but if they have to change a feature that is already in the game, that means that it is bound to switch up the way Valorant is played. This game mode is only being tested on the map Haven right now, so it's going to be a while until we're actually able to play it. The last data mine info that we need to talk about is a change coming to the map Bind. On A site, we might be seeing a change coming to the truck because a ton of new props were added for it and they were all named truck building. Now this could be coming with the next update, or it could just go live with a hotfix. Well, that's all we have for leaks this week, but we still get to hear from the head character lead designer Morello. Recently, he uploaded a dev diary talking about how characters are made in Valorant. He specifically talks about the steps the devs need to take in order to make an agent. Take a listen to the first step the devs have to take.
The first thing we like to do is try to define the target player of whatever it is we're trying to make. That is, who should want to play this and why. Reyna was an example of a really clear player type, someone who wants to get high frags, values combat, killing, and dueling over all else, and kind of is making a commitment to the team that says, I will top frag to have value. What if we had a character for entry fraggers that wasn't a death sentence against coordinated teams or people who are actually playing well? After we kind of discover this aspect of who should be playing it, we really want to start on the paper kit at this point. We have a little bit of a target, and this is where we get into the second stage of how we're going to make this game design come to life. Before this, we usually don't have an individual ability, just kind of that target, that area we want to hit. This starts our ability of turning that target into gameplay. And this is where some of the things that are not just about the player experience come online, including the roster impact.
At the very end, Morello used the terminology roster impact, and you might not have ever heard this before, so here's a quick breakdown on what it means.
The roster impact is really about when we add this character, not only why is it fun to play for the person we want it for, but what's it actually do? Our characters need to do something when they are added to the game, something that adds new opportunities, new challenges to fight against, new team comp opportunities, right? That is what we kind of call this roster impact, and we think it's really important.
Now, even though the devs want agents to create a roster impact, they still really need to think about balancing the game as a whole.
One of the things we really think about when it comes to terms of game balance is a control panel. This is sort of shorthand for the tuning levers that would be available if, and if I'm honest, when stuff is either overtuned or underperforming. This ensures that if character becomes OP or butt tier in some way, we can adjust without having to change the entire identity of the character to resolve it. Changing a character identity sucks and is something we want to use only as a last resort if all of our tuning levers work. So we want to make sure we spend a lot of time on the beginning of the character's life cycle and go, how would we tune this thing if our assumptions, and again, when our assumptions are probably wrong about how balanced this is. In the end, it's about a big picture approach. Balance is temporary and metas come and go. Balanceability is permanent. Reyna has a really good example of this because we've built a bunch of tuning levers in, both generally, but specifically for her. One of her risks is to be too binary by needing kills to activate two of her abilities. This is where Lear really comes into play for her. Lear is a reliable baseline ability that has a lot of value and is stronger than a lot of abilities that are like it. And that lets her anchor that value into an ability that might be a little stronger on average, but since it's anchoring out the rest of the kit, we consider the whole kit as the balance point, not each individual ability by ability.
So those are the steps the character design team have to take when creating a new agent. Luckily, Morello didn't stop there, and he ended the video with a few words talking about the future of agents in Valorant.
Remember, we're looking to shake up Valorant with new possibilities in ways that fit the tactical loop of the game. What we introduce is going to be a bit disruptive. The learning curve of a new agent means that it matters. It's meaningful. It's going to add something to the game. And we think that's a lot better that we might have a bit of a learning curve, or it might be frustrating to learn how to play against, than it is that you go, why did we even add this thing at all? Why does this thing even matter? We want to set our own expectations within our roster and our game, ones that'll likely be spicy or feel maybe really inappropriate inside of another tactical shooter. The tactical loop is our foundation, but it is the start of our journey, not the end. Things like dashing reactively, healing after a fight, even classic stuff like blocking vision, are things that provide exceptions to the tactical loop, the things that provide value. We use these things in sparse, limited doses or with strong constraints on them to make sure that when you can do them, it's not just about being able to do something cool, it's about allowing new strategies, new opportunities, and new possibilities for the game.
Well, that's all the info that we have for you today. Hopefully that last bit on Morello really helped you realize how many steps there are to making an agent and getting it added into the game. If you enjoyed today's video, then be sure to like the video and subscribe with notifications on, because every Sunday we release a weekly news video talking about all the news happening in the Valorant community. Thanks so much for watching all the way through this video. I'm Modix signing off, and I will see you all in the next one.